Hey everybody, it's Tracy Adams here, and I am not liking this angle, so just give me a second. Tracy here with your Daily Dose of Tracy Live. I don't do a lot of live videos here on Instagram, but I thought that this big announcement that I have was absolutely worthy of going live and seeing who all I can get to log on and learn some more with me. So let me see. Hey Grace, tell your mama I said hey. All right, let's see. Nope, okay, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep going. All right, so I had shared that I have a big announcement, and that announcement is that I am leaving Team Beachbody. I am no longer going to be a Beachbody coach. And I have to tell you guys, this is a story, all right? I got to tell you that this did not come easily. This was an idea that generated in my head organically on its own, not by something anybody said. I think probably like a little bit of time and distance away from to be in your live video. Oh, I don't think I want anybody to be in my live video with me. Just how does that work? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. But I didn't, I wasn't ready for someone to move my cheese. I didn't want to make a change, but the time and distance that I had, because during our move, it was so crazy, and Tom was gone and pretty much everything was on me. And I realized like I had to take a step away, and I couldn't really, work the business consistently. So I had this virtually meaningless interaction one day on the beach with my sister-in-law and some gal that came, and the gal was actually where that came from, that made me realize, oh my gosh, I am totally looking for another opportunity. I am thinking of jumping ship. Hey Kels, thanks for coming on, girlfriend. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I tried like hell to squash that seed that had been planted. And it wasn't really a seed planted by anybody, it was just, I realized like, Tracy, you're thinking about doing something else. And I'm like, trying to make it go away, and it just wouldn't go. And anyone who knows me knows that I am a person of integrity and honesty. I'm genuine, I care, I'm a no BSer. I try and tell people the non-BS in a kind way, but I'm a no BSer, like I just am. And I also am a servant. I have a heart for serving, and I'm a giver. Those are my two spiritual gifts. And I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to be someone with a heart of serving and feeling like you have no one to serve. Okay, so raise your hand, give me a like, a love, or whatever. Like if you have seen Beauty and the Beast and you remember Lumiere from the movie, and he popped into my head the other night. I can see him singing the song, "Life is so unnerving to a servant who's not serving." And I was like, that's me. That is exactly me. And I don't think it's because of me. I didn't take it personally. I think that there were a lot of factors that went into the equation. The products that I was carrying, they've been around for a really long time. A lot of people have already tried them. Maybe they didn't have such a great experience, or they were already working with someone, and it certainly wouldn't be ethical of me to take somebody's customer from them, right? And I do love the products. I'm very passionate about them. I used them before I became a coach. That's one of the reasons why it was so easy for me to jump into doing this. But a part of it too was like, in order to really build a business, you need to bring on people that are going to work the business. And quite frankly, I don't feel like it's duplicatable. I worked so hard even after I left my six-figure AstraZeneca pharmaceuticals job and I was like, how could somebody that works full-time and runs their kids around after school and has to make dinner and what have you, how are they going to do this? And it just didn't, for me, it didn't pass the red face test. I just like, no, I didn't feel comfortable asking people to join me in this business. And if you can't bring in people to, change lives with you, then you're not going to grow a team. You're not going to make a difference. And when I realized that, I was like, okay, you know what? I have to find something new. I have to move on. I knew that I needed to contribute financially to our home. And, when I told my sister, and then later when I finally talked to Tom about this, because I wanted to make sure that I had all my ducks in a row, both of them said, I can't believe you did it this long. I can't believe it took you this long to come to this decision. We've watched you work your ass off for the last couple of years and just never gain traction. And, Tammy said to me, I've talked to you less in the last 2 years since you left your corporate job than I ever have since you moved to Orlando in 1994. That's crazy and that's sad. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone, to work that hard and not ever see the fruits of their labor. And again, I don't think it was me. One thing I know though is I love being this family's homemaker. I love taking care of my family. I love being able to take a lot of those pressures off of Tom. I like to, and when I told our kids one night at dinner what I was going to be doing, Brooksy, my son, said, but are you still going to be here? And I was like, yes, I'm still going to work out of the home. And he was like, yes. It's important to them. They want me around. And it's important to me as well. Not to mention, the last 4 years, I have poured into me. I have poured into personal development and growing and learning. And I love making a difference in people's lives. The people that I have worked with and have changed their lives, that to me, that's what it's all about. And I want, in my Facebook video, I was like, I want to touch more people. And I'm like, oh, that sounds creepy. I didn't mean it like that. But that's what I mean. I want to bless more lives. And so then it came down to, okay, well, what am I going to do? What's out there that lines up with Daily Dose of Tracy's brand, right? True wellness, not just popping pills, not any quick fix, not a shortcut, but also not something quite as complicated as what I was teaching people with Beachbody. Not that I don't believe in it, but you got to get up early and you got to work out every day and you got to drink so much water that you're going to feel like buying Depends. And don't worry, you're going to get your steps in because you're going to be going to the bathroom so much. And you're going to, hi Annie, and you got to drink this shake every day. And I mean, it was a lot. It's a lot. It's worth it. It works, but it's not simple. And a lot of people need simple. And I feel like, that's kind of what I was looking for. So here's where God comes into the story. I was in Winter Garden last week and decided to visit a friend of mine, of whom I'm not going to say who it is. But she's near and dear to my heart. I have a history, hey Trace, I have a history of being around for a lot of her medical issues. She's got a degenerative neurological disorder that, I don't know how to, the first time she explained it to me, she said it's MS's evil twin. And, but I love her, and she's a sister in Christ, and I swear, every time we're together, God does something that is so crystal clear. And so, after hanging out and talking to her for a few minutes, long enough to really notice how good she's doing. She seems really well. I was like, all right, I have to tell you something. And what friend doesn't go, okay, are you mad at me, or is everything okay? Do you have cancer? What's wrong? And I said, I don't want to be a coach anymore. I don't want to do it. I want to try something else. I want to find something. I've got a couple things in mind. And she says to me, if you have any way of working, and she reaches over and pulls these products and to the bed, and working these into what you're going to do, let me tell you what they've done for me. Okay. Now at this point, she's got tears in her eyes, her voice is quivering, and a little, background is with all of the issues, she's had to take narcotics. There's just no getting around it. She's had to take pain medication, and she's off all of them, all of the pain meds, off of them. It's a big freaking deal, people. And then I'm like, you know what? You are crystal clear too. She's Sometimes she has brain fog and maybe some word finding problems. And when I was talking to her, I remember thinking like, she's on fire today. Well, now I know why. And so I was like, wow. And the crazy thing is her doctor told her to take them. He's like, puts them in front of her and says, I want you to take these. I don't think he sells them. Just so happens that one of her very, very tight, close friends was a wellness partner with this company. And so she starts taking them. She's been on for 2 months. Not only has she come off of her pain meds because she's not in pain all the time anymore, and her brain fog is gone and she feels better, but she actually got blood work back recently and it looks better than it has in a very long time. And I was like, wow. I was like, this is, so I start to do my research and I get on the phone with the gal and we start talking and I realize like, this is like, if you look at what I was doing as a coach with Beachbody, and then this is Beachbody. It kind of makes me feel like the fitness part and the, drinking a shake that's with superfoods would be like putting the cart before the horse, because this company is all about mental wellness through the microbiome, the gut-brain axis, acknowledging the fact that a lot of mental illness, anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, ADHD, oppositional defiance disorder, a lot of that is in the gut, okay? 90% of serotonin that your body makes comes from your gut. And it's the only thing out there that does that. And I was absolutely blown away by some of the testimonies that I read, people that just had anxiety and depression. And I say just because there were people also in there that had serious problems like scleroderma and other autoimmune problems that were debilitating them and putting them on literally long-term disability. And they were able to go back to work and they felt better again. That is changing lives. And that is something that, and it's all through holistic, natural, Ayurvedic, botanicals, it's all clean. And I'm like, that is something that lines up with this girl's brand, something I can get behind. I called on psychiatrists for 14 years. I know there are patients on 5, 6 meds that have depression and anxiety, and guess what? They're still having panic attacks. And that's just no way to live. And so I'm so freaking excited. I'm excited to not only bless people's lives and help them feel better and live well and realize that what was normal for them doesn't have to be normal. It actually gets better than that. But I'm also excited to build a team and bless people's lives financially, because this company, there's nothing like it out there. There are not a lot of us out there talking about it, and it's gonna be huge. So follow me. I'm gonna share stories. If you want more information about this, if you're like, what is this? Send me a private message. Give me your email or your phone number so I can text you some information. I can send it in a direct message as well, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. I'll send you a quick video. You can decide if this is something that you want more information on. I'm a no pressure girl. I'm not in the business of convincing. I'm in the business of helping people that really want to get better. And so I am going from being a Beachbody coach to being a wellness warrior. On my last video that I did on Facebook, one of my customers from Beachbody, she said, "Wellness warrior Tracy." And I was like, I love it. So you know what? This is your daily dose of Tracy, also known as Wellness Warrior Tracy, and I'm gonna log off here. But if you want more information, send me a message, and I will send you a quick video that you can look at your leisure. It will answer a ton of questions for you, and then you can decide, do you want more information? So that's all I got. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Peace be with you. God bless, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.